Hey friends, my name is Emily McGinley and I serve as the executive pastor at Urban Village Church. You can talk about me using the pronouns she, her, and hers. And do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm the teaching pastor at UVC, and you can talk about me using the pronouns she and her.
So we are here to kind of just give you some updates. We had a meeting recently called Charge Conference, which is like basically a big decision-making meeting of the church. And we wanted to let you know kind of some of the things that happened over the course of our discussion during that meeting.
The big thing, obviously, this fall that many of you know is that we reopened in-person worship at all 5 sites, in addition to continuing worship online. And how's that gone since we opened in the middle of September? We think quite well. Worship attendance is a lot lower than it was pre-pandemic, which, as we talk to other churches and look at surveys, is pretty typical and understandable. For the folks who are coming, it feels really essential to have that form of connection. And it's allowed us to remember how to do in-person worship in the way that we do it. Next year, we are thinking about experimenting with different forms of worship, more intimate forms of worship, evening forms of worship, house church kind of stuff, just because we know the pandemic has changed us and is changing us. And so we want to offer all kinds of opportunities. So if you're interested in that or have ideas about that, let us know. Finally, one of the great things about the last couple of weeks, especially, has been that kids are coming back as they can get vaccinated, and families with kids are feeling free to come back and do in-person things. So that feels really lovely in in-person worship. And we're also planning a big celebration for kids come January and launching of a new confirmation class so that we can kind of celebrate that presence. And we're super pumped about that.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of things that we are looking toward as we continue not only what we have been doing, but also kind of lean into the invitation that the Spirit is offering to us to reimagine some things in this new reality that we're existing in. And so if you are part of Urban Village Church, if you've been in leadership in some capacity, in service in some capacity for at least a year, then I invite you to prayerfully consider applying to serve on one of our leadership teams. We would love to have your gifts, your presence, your perspective and imagination as we faithfully live into not just this moment, but in over the course of this next year. So just to give you a little snippet of how we're doing financially, we've got pretty good savings to help carry us through. There may be some hard conversations that need to be had, but we have enough of a kind of margin to be able to anticipate how to have those conversations well and whether or not we really need to.
One thing I've noticed in the last couple of weeks is a lot of people saying to me, I just feel so tired and I don't know why, or things feel this way and I don't know why. And I want to say that it's because the last 2 years have been really, really hard. And yet here we are together. God continues to move through us and with us. And we, the church, are going to continue to love and to thank and to praise and to support one another. And so if you need something or if you want to be a part of that, let us know. And if you have any questions, let us know. And we're just so grateful for you. We love you. Thanks and goodbye.